since I did kind of a yap session, there's a lot to unpack, and I feel comfortable enough to share everything. For those who don't know, I am a registered nurse. I graduated with my BSN last spring, and then, no, actually, I took my NCLEX before my actual graduation date. As soon as I got my green light from ATI, I scheduled that NCLEX. And yeah, so that's a different story. But after passing my NCLEX, I was already working as a LVN. And so I kind of just transitioned into that RN role. After that, I got a job up north, relocated, worked as a public health nurse, and then due to personal reasons, I moved back. And since then, I've been in home health. I was kind of thinking to myself, this isn't really the path where I want to be in for the rest of my nursing career. And the great thing about nursing is that there's a broad range of areas, specialties that you can work in. And so I've always wanted to be in surgery, and that was kind of my deciding factor that I needed to go back into the job market and apply. I think it was 2 Sundays ago where I saw the listing, but at that point I had already been applying to jobs for over a month already. 2 weeks ago, I see a listing for an outpatient endoscopy surgery center. And one thing about me is that, so I saw this listing on Indeed, and Indeed is kind of sketch sometimes, so you gotta suss it out. I searched up the company's name, and I went on their careers website, but unfortunately, they didn't have kind of a up and running one. And so I was like, okay, whatever. I went back on Indeed, read through, the summary, responsibilities, all of that. I read through that, and I decided, F it, I'll apply. Because you just never know. You really just never know what will happen. The next day, I was at work. It was around 11 in the morning. I get a call. I couldn't pick it up because, like I said, I was at work. So they left a voicemail, fortunately. It was the nurse manager for that company that I had applied for the day before. She was asking to schedule an in-person interview and my availability. So, of course, at this point, it was probably 3 p.m. already, 3:30 p.m. I called back immediately. She answered, thank God. Scheduled an interview with her that same week. It was Thursday. Thursday rolled around, came in for the interview. I thought it went really well. But you never know. Sometimes you think things go well and they don't. But I thought it went well. Although the interview was pretty short, overall, I thought it went well. When I was asking her about next steps, she gave me a clear time frame of when I would be hearing back. And she said that she had interviews until Wednesday of the next week, so I would be hearing back after that. Wednesday rolls around. Morning, nothing. Afternoon, nothing. Evening, definitely nothing. And so I'm starting to get scared. I'm starting to get real nervous and antsy. Thursday morning comes, nothing. And so I'm kind of fighting myself because I'm like, okay, should I send her a follow-up email asking for updates, Or will that make me sound too desperate? Will that make me sound annoying, And so I'm kind of trying to rationalize things. And then I reach out to one of my good friends. He helps me think up a follow-up email. It was probably noon when we were talking. Thank God he was at work, so he was kind of replying every 30 minutes to an hour. Once 2 p.m. to probably close to 2:30 p.m. rolled around, I get a call. And it was the nurse manager from that surgery center. My partner's right in front of me. She's like, pick up the phone. And I'm like, oh my God. So I picked up the phone. She extends an offer to me. I'm just like, oh my God, like this is really happening. Like, thank you so much. This is great, right? I accept it, of course. She tells me she's gonna send me an email with the official offer letter. A few minutes later, I get it. I sign it, send it back to her. Yeah, that's pretty much how it went. I'm kind of nervous just because I've never worked in this specialty. Like, yeah, it's my dream specialty. I've, always known I've wanted to work in surgery. I've always thought of being an OR nurse or either being in the PACU, and this is the opportunity of a lifetime for me. I know that with this experience, it's just going to open more doors for me. I'm excited for that. I kind of wanted just to update y'all about that. Yeah.